Good morning. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So today I want to focus more on children because those habits that we help our children possess as little ones, those are going to carry on into adulthood, right? And how many of us as adults think, wow, I wish I would have done things differently when I was a child? I know I do, right? So I try to help my kids get those healthy habits now. So I'm going to throw a few little facts at you, and then we're going to chat about how we can help change these statistics because they're pretty scary. So 1 in 5 children in the US have obesity, which means they have a BMI, so a body mass index, over the 95th percentile. 1 in 5, you guys, that's unacceptable. 1 in 5. That is outrageous. So let's talk about the ways that we can work through this. Now, what is BMI? I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this. You go to the doctor, they have a little chart where they figure it out. So like I said, it's body mass index. So if you are below the 5th percentile, you're considered underweight. Now, a lot of you with little ones, when you go to the doctor, that's what they kind of tell you what percentile you're in, right? So under the 5th, they need to eat more. They're going to be underweight. The 5th to the 85th is going to be a healthy weight. So that's like huge. That's like a huge range, you guys. It's not small. So there's a big range to be in that healthy weight. If you are between the 85th and the 95th, you're considered overweight. And anything over the 95th percentile is considered obese. So how do they calculate BMI? Pretty much it's going to be your weight and your height is what you're looking at. You actually take your weight in pounds divided by your height in inches squared times a conversion factor of 703, which I know is crazy, but just get the chart, you guys. Go online. You can look. Super easy to figure out. You're just going to just put a few little things together and you'll find your percentile so you can see where you fall or where your children fall. So that's just a little bit about what BMI is. I know when we do health and wellness events, when I'm working at the pharmacy, that's something that we tell people where they fall in their BMI. So what are some things can happen if the children are in that 1 to 5 and they are in that obese category? They're going to have a higher risk of asthma. They're going to have a higher risk of sleep apnea, bone and joint problems. I mean, that makes sense, right? If they're carrying all this extra weight, your bones and your joints just can't handle that. So that makes sense. That makes sense in adults as well, right? A lot of people with those with issues in their knees, their back, all these things, if they exercise and lose a little bit of weight, a lot of times those things get better. And that's going to be exactly the same case with children as well. Diabetes type 2, and all these things can increase your risk for heart disease. Increased blood pressure, of course, right? If they're eating all these things, increased cholesterol. And all these things, what can this lead to? This can increase risk for anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. So if you are going to see anxiety and depression, what's going to happen? You're going to go to the doctor. Very likely they're going to say, oh, well, let's start them on this medication. What is that going to do? More often than not, it's going to increase their weight even more. When you can look at those papers that I give you at the pharmacy, it can say weight loss, weight gain. It says all those things because those are all possibilities, but usually it's weight gain. And somebody that already has anxiety and depression and low self-esteem, how is that going to help them? It's not, because it's just going to add more problems as they're going to be adding on more weight. So if these children continue on in the same pattern and nothing changes into adulthood, what's going to happen? Increased risk of stroke, increased risk for many types of cancer, heart disease, which I mentioned, right? Diabetes type 2, I mentioned that already too. Premature death because you're not taking care of your health. And the same mental illnesses can be a huge problem as well. So what can we do as parents to help our children set themselves up for success? Super easy. 5, 2, 1, 0. 5 servings every day of fruits and vegetables. No more than 2 hours. So max 2 hours of screen time. 1 hour of physical activity and 0 sugary drinks. So kind of let's break these down. The 5 fruits and vegetables. I know sometimes that is hard to get. I mean, the Tower Garden is probably my favorite thing because at least you're getting healthier options than when you go to the store. Because even when you go to the store, I think, oh my gosh, my friend Nancy, I think it's lettuce travels like 2 or 3,000 miles to get to your grocery store, right? So even the things that you're buying there, they're still healthier when you shop the perimeter of the store, but still if you can grow them or get them from a farmer's market, those are even better. But it's still hard sometimes to get all those servings in. Guys, I know what it's like to be a busy mom and running. And it is hard to do that. So if you really struggle sometimes, even getting the kids to eat those, or yourself, don't forget about yourself, because remember, you got to put on your oxygen mask on first, right? You have to take care of yourself as well, because they're going to watch what you are doing. I have some great ideas, some great supplements that you can do that are actually going to give you those fruits and vegetables every day. Super easy, just in case you can't get all those servings in. So reach out to me. I will definitely have a chat with you, sending you some samples that you and the kiddos can use. Next, max 2 hours of screen time. This is a huge problem, right? It's a huge problem for us. Put down your phones, unless you're listening to me. But no, seriously, you guys, it is a problem. What do? You sit down at dinner, you grab your phone. Okay, could you have a conversation with the person across from you? Nothing drives me crazier than when we'll go out to eat as a family and we'll see people sitting across from each other and all they're doing is on their phones. Okay, my phone usually comes out to take a picture or something like that, which you'll see, me post. But other than that, put it away, okay? Unless you are on call, like my husband that has to have his phone out. And even that, it's somewhere where he can hear it, but it's not right out there. He's not playing on it. He's not scrolling on it. Have conversations, okay? So how can you replace screen time? Replace it with family time. Sit around the dinner table, have a conversation, go out for a walk, play a game. My kids love to play board games, and I'm sure yours do too. Card games, board games, whatever. They want to be with you, okay? So put your phone down, put it on vibrate, whatever, unless you are waiting for some super important phone call to come through. Give your kids the time, okay? Because that is going to influence what they do. If you're on your phone, what's going to happen? They're going to be on their phone or their iPad or their computer, okay? So that is something we can all do better as parents and as society to help the kids set them up for success. Next, at least 1 hour of physical activity every day. You guys, it's gorgeous outside. There is no reason why your kids aren't outside, why you're not outside with them. Hopefully they have PE every day at school. I know both of mine do. My oldest, Liam, has 2 periods of PE, which is an hour and a half. I think that's awesome. I mean, it gives them time to dress, undress, and still have a lot of physical activity. Alex also has it for, I think it's 45 minutes. I think that's what his periods are. 45 minutes, you guys. And it's not just like, I don't know. Well, they do play kickball, but that's still running. But I mean, they do exercises. When they start PE, I love the coaches at Forsyth. They actually do workouts. Okay. I mean, they're doing burpees, they're doing jumping jacks, they're doing planks, they're doing all these things, again, to set your children up for success. So why don't we do that with them as well? So make sure that is incorporated even over the summer, although the summer is a little easier. I know it's nice. So most people are out and about. Now, the next thing is going to be the zero sugary drinks. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are everywhere. Quick little story. One time I was doing a health and wellness event when I was at the pharmacy. They set me up front, which I love because I get to talk to everybody when they walk in, right? So the store manager comes over, was chatting with him, and I'm like, I don't like this. And he's like, what? A 4-way with those sugary, full of energy drinks. I'm like, why is that right there? I feel like this is crazy. I'm standing here trying to talk to people about their health and wellness, and that thing is there. He goes, because they sell. Okay, I get it. I understand they sell, but why do they sell? What is wrong? Why are we doing that? Why are we buying those for our children or for ourselves? They are not healthy, okay? And that is exactly why we have this 1 in 5 of the children being obese, because they're drinking those things. They're just drinking empty calories. Please don't do that. Please, milk, and if so, low-fat milk, as they get older. Water, drink water, okay? We have such great sources. You don't have to buy bottled water around here. That is also, we could go another whole thing about that. Our water out of the faucet is perfectly fine. People in other countries would do anything for the clean water you can drink right out of the hose here, okay? So please give them water. If you're going to do juice, please make sure it's 100% juice. Don't do these ones that are just full of sugar. It is not good for them. Again, just empty calories they're drinking while they're eating. So please make sure that you do this. Now, sleep. Sleep really wasn't added to this list. This is from the American Academy of Pediatrics, but sleep is super important. So, as preschoolers, they should be getting 11 to 13 hours a day. Now, this includes naps because at that age, they're still taking naps whether at home or at school. So, that is very, very important for their overall health and wellness and for maintaining a healthy weight. Ages 6 to 12 should get 9 to 12 hours of uninterrupted sleep. So plan accordingly. Again, I get you're busy at night. I know the activities that go on. I know the homework that needs to be done as well, the studying, all those things. So plan accordingly and make sure you prioritize what is important. And ages 13 to 18 years old should be getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep. I know some people think it's like this big thing. Oh, I can go on no sleep. No, that is not good for you. Eventually it catches up with you, and you cannot catch up on your sleep on the weekend. Please, that is crazy talk. Okay. But try to maintain this throughout the weekend as well. If you can make this pattern of getting up about the same time, no, maybe they don't want to get up at 6:30, but maybe they can get up at 7:30, right? Because they are going to bed maybe a little bit later, but just keep the same amount of sleep through the weekend, through the summer. These things are so important. Again, sorry, I hit my ring on the table. 5, 2, 1, 0. So 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. No more than 2 hours of screen time. Get out there and do some physical activity for at least an hour, and please stay away from those sugary drinks. And if you're saying, Amy, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, reach out to me, okay? Like I said, I get the crazy life, but you guys, you don't have time to be sick. If you don't have time to work this in, you sure don't have time to be sick. So we need to make time to be healthy because we don't have time to be run down. We don't have time to run to the doctor and run to the pharmacy and do all those kind of things. So please, please set yourself up and your children up for success. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.